dedication, hard work, dedication, hard work. I'm a one-man army. One-man army. The world can go against me. I'm still come on top. I got God on my side. Dedication, hard work, 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 dedication, hard work.
Welcome to Yas Marina Circuit for the swan song of another thrilling Formula One season. It's been a breathtaking year, and we end it at a circuit that has been the scene of many glories and heartbreaks over its short history. It's time to end the season in style. It's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Yas Marina Circuit then, a 3.4-mile racetrack built on the entirely man-made Yas Island. It features 21 corners and 2 very long straights. These are our main overtaking chances today, with DRS assistance of course, and that action will take place into turn 8 and turn 11. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Blue lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Ocon, Hulkenberg, Ericsson, Sainz, and Roman Grosjean. Leclerc, Raikkonen, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Sirotkin, Perez, Alonso, Pierre Gasly, and Kevin Magnussen. Stroll and Brendan Hartley rounds off the grid.
All right.
And now it's time to head down to the track.
The time is now, baby. We are back.
It's been a long season, but let's try to end it on a high note.
Yes, sir. It has been a long season. This is week 21. Man, we've done the full entire season, 100% distance career, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. It all comes down to this at Abu Dhabi. Sadly, the championship is just outside of our reach. Vettel has already clinched the championship, so Vettel will be our championship winner of 2018 season. But right now, we're basically racing for second place with Lewis Hamilton and Raikkonen at the moment. But, you know, I'm here to win. I got a really good qualifying session in. Sadly, we weren't able to stream it, but we got the session in, and I got a good time there. So we're starting on the pole once again. We got a 3-stop strategy today. Gonna be 55 laps as the entire race long. So it's about an hour and a half. I'm cool with the setup. I say we go ahead and jump into the warm-up lap and get going. Let me go ahead and make sure that I have my chat up so I can hear what you guys are saying. What's up, Hanson? Huh? Good to see you, Flying Dutchman. Raven, welcome. Ben Brown, welcome back. Jet Aviation, thank you guys so much. Army BTS, good to see you as well, man. I'm glad that we're not having any lag this time. Let's get it in, baby. Last race of the season. 55 laps around Abu Dhabi. Beautiful circuit here in Yas Marina. Let's get it in. I can't remember the clutch. And there we go. We're off. All right. That's very important.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
I need to get ahead of that bolt test. All right. All right, making our way around the formation lap. things to note here. Tire wear may be an issue today. I'm not sure how fuel is going to be. If we take a look at our car, though, there is one major issue I'm concerned about that doesn't seem to be popping up. I think our MGU is pretty darn worn. It's like 89% in qualifying, so we'll have to just see how that ends up. Where's my mouse? Make sure we stay focused today. Hopefully we're able to finish this race and get it done. If not, we'll do it again. Really looking forward to F1 2019, guys. I really am. Just in a couple weeks, we'll have our hands on it. I will go ahead and get. I think I'm gonna get the Legends version, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Or Collector's Edition, something like that. There's already a lot of rubber on the track. Alright, let me quickly get my chat organized. It's kind of lagging behind. I can't see what you guys were saying earlier. Alright, here we go. Alright, if you said anything before now, I did not see it. My chat is now on my screen. Okay, who's ready to race here in Abu Dhabi? Let me actually fix the chat too. The chat is a little high up. For you guys, let's see, that's going to be down here. Bring that down a bit. Notches. Here we go. Okay. Alright, now I am ready. Fernando, he's not actually out of the race. Whenever it says it, it just takes them out of the formation. But he'll be in the race. He just goes straight to the grid. Alright, let's get it in. Alright, we gotta have a really good start here because I ain't trying to start in traffic.
Forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Clutch is down. Lights out, baby. Last race of the season. Going into turn one. I think we're by ourselves. A little wide. But we got it. We're clear. It's going to set us up perfectly going into the next set of corners. We can take it, not easy, but you know, we don't have to have any traffic next to us. That was my best start of the season.
Well done, mate.
Absolutely best start of the season. Alright, so standard fuel mix. We have Bottas behind us, Vettel's behind him. And at the moment, I am overdriving every single corner. If I continue to do that, I will absolutely lose the lead. So we're not racing anyone like at the moment. Bottas is not far behind us, so he's just waiting for us to make a mistake. The brakes are not completely heated up, neither are the tires, so the car is not optimum temperature just yet. And looks like we're gonna survive lap 1. What's up, Ninja Dan? We'll get to see. We do have a car off the track in sector 1. Looks like it is somebody from McLaren. That is Alonso. Not a good race for him. Not a good way to end the season. Alright, hold on. Let me fix something. Alright, there we go. I had an earpiece in my ear and it was bothering me. I couldn't hear anything. Okay, I'm good now. Alright, now we should see our lap times improving. That was actually distracting me a lot more than I thought it would. I had a little Bluetooth earpiece in my right ear so I could monitor the stream, but it was like bothering my ears, really weird. Au revoir, Alonso.
Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep the temps under control.
So far, I struggle with that corner right there. Everywhere else, I feel like I'm a decent pace as we're opening up the gap between us and second place. Abu Dhabi is a pretty nice track. Thank you, Racing Fan, for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family, my friend. And I hope you enjoy the race. 55 laps around Abu Dhabi in the desert. And hopefully we do not overheat. Oh man, okay. Let's get our head together. This has been a horrible couple laps. Thankfully we haven't had any issues from behind, but that's been a pretty bad couple of laps.
Caution, caution.
Wow, that car is still sitting there. I'm surprised we're not going to get a safety car for that.
Green flag.
If you like the sound of this, you will love the sound of Formula 1 2019. Sounds better, a lot better. You will hear a little bit of chattering in the engine. Not only is a car
Energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
slightly bottoming out, and you're hearing the bottom of the car scrape the ground, but you're also hearing just our MGU is going bad, and you're probably going to be hearing that make some really weird noises as well. So this week I tried to load up a lower downforce setup, because back in Brazil, when we raced in Brazil last week, or last race, that was 2 weeks ago actually, Vettel was smoking us on the straights, and I was like, you know what, we need to start racing with lower downforce. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle in some of the corners, struggling for rear grip specifically, but other than that, I mean, right now we're not looking too bad, but we'll see once we spread out. Still yellow flag in sector 1. Alonso's over there sitting there by himself. Oh, lap traffic already ahead of us. Looks like a Renault. Not sure what happened to him. Maybe he had to start on the pits or something. Or maybe he had early damage. What's up, Earth Destroyer? Good to see you. I feel you, man. Streaming can be a struggle for real sometimes, depending on your setup and you're like, you gotta have like a lot of things gotta just go right sometimes for a stream to actually work. I mean, I had issues earlier, as you saw, but it was really just my own ignorance. Well, I wouldn't say ignorance, because I knew what the problem was, and I knew that I shouldn't have tried to stream while uploading a video. That's always a bad idea. I just thought, oh, my Wi-Fi can handle it. Nope, that's a lie. That's like Carlos Sainz up ahead of us. Alright, we need to start getting in a rhythm, hit our marks. We got a nice, comfortable lead on Bottas at the moment.
clear.
Am I going to continue with Red Bull in 2019? I don't know. Right now, I'm trying to decide between Red Bull and Haas. As you guys know, if you've been following my career, you know those are my favorite two Formula One teams. Haas mainly because they're the only team that represents the United States in some way, even though the drivers are not American. You know, the team itself is based out of the US, so that's one of the reasons why I like Haas so much. Plus, I like their paint job. So I'll probably be between those two. I like to start with a team that's also not like one of the top 3 cars, so they can give us some time to kind of grind it out. But I know that Formula One 2019 has kind of a different system when it comes to career mode. You start off as F2, and then you drive up into F1 eventually, I think after a few races.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
So I'm not really sure like if we're, you know, how free the choice is going to be to join whatever team you want. I assume it's going to be kind of like it is now when you start career mode in 2018. You just kind of pick whatever car you want to, or whatever team you want to be with, and they have different requirements once you get with that team. So we'll see. But right now, my thought is I'm probably gonna go with Haas F1. I kind of changed it up when I did. Why is that car still sitting there?
Teammate behind is 10.3 seconds.
Are they ever gonna move that car off the track? I'm really looking forward to the graphics and the new sound in the cars of Formula One 2019. Those are the two like first things that I'm looking forward to, but obviously the new gameplay and, you know, seeing just how different the career and all that stuff is. I'll probably most likely do the same thing I did here with doing the full races, because I just like doing the full races. So we have a 9-second gap now on Bottas in second place. Woo, that's a tricky turn. That is a tricky turn. We went real wide right there. I did not have the grip. I thought I was going to have the grip to go in there a little bit faster, and I did not. That could have been really bad. Roger.
Green flag.
Ferrari did actually change their car scheme. I think everyone changed a little bit of their car scheme in the 2019 season this year. No, I do not have any assist on right now. None whatsoever. This would be a lot easier if I didn't. Ooh, hit the curb pretty hard. I am struggling, man, for grip. I don't know if these tires are... Okay, yeah, that's why. 19%, 26% on the rear. Need some new rubbers. Another thing that I plan to do in the Formula 1 2019 season is raise the difficulty a bit more. I don't know what I'm at now. I have to find out once the season's over, after this race, and then we'll just raise it. And honestly, I shouldn't raise it depending on this game, I should wait until the next game, do some testing, and find out what the difficulty level is like over there, and just use that instead. All right, that was a horrible lap. Let's get our mind back in the game. I'm too close to the wheel. Why? I think every driver is different. That's one thing I've learned in watching real racing and seeing people sim race. Some people want to sit farther from the wheel. Some people want to be close to the wheel. I prefer to be closer to the wheel. What's up, Delta 8960? What's up? Somebody else has hit me with the follow. Sorry I missed that. It's kind of hard to see those when I'm driving, but thank you so much for the follow and or subscription. Welcome to the Blue Air Royal family. My multitask game is kind of off today. Alright, I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna get a few good clean laps before we pit in. Pit window's coming up. Ooh. All right, here we go.
Yellow flag.
Alonso's still sitting over here in turn one. Like, is somebody gonna get this dude a tow truck?
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Roger. Ooh, okay.
Okay, clear.
Oh my gosh. There is no way for you guys to understand how oversteery this thing just was in the fast section. Usually I go through the whole sector one, or not sector one, but that whole first zigzag session like full throttle, and I was not able to that time. I'm putting in this time, box this time. It is lap 9. Has anybody let me drive an F1 car?
Remember to pit this lap.
Not yet. I would love to though. That'd be freaking crazy. Oh my god, I can't even imagine, honestly. I really can't. Flying a real plane was so much different than I expected. So flying a...
The gap behind is 15.5 seconds.
Oh man, I need tires bad. This thing is all over the track. The good thing is we have a 15-second gap, which is surprising. Alright, here we come. Alright, pit stop number 1 on lap 10. Yes, I have max graphics turned on. Alright, let's get ready.
Go now.
Alright, we're back out. Looks like nobody behind us is pitting. We'll be the only one. It's such a cool out. Like, it pits out so cool here. Watch this. We go down
Right, we have 2 stops left
into the tunnel. Gotta be really careful. It's a sharp left turn. And then back up the hill. And we're out. Alright, mind the cold tires. Don't push it too hard. Literally, it looks like no one else pitted except for us. We have Ocon behind us, came out in 5th.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
Copy. Our teammates up ahead of us in 4th. I heard in a video for Formula 1 2019 that the way the car reacts to curves is quite a bit different. It's a little harder to keep the car under control when you hit the curves. So I'm not doing a good job right now, but I'm trying to get used to not hitting them, but I'm hitting them. I'm abusing the curves. Do I play all day? Yeah, no, I don't. I have a job and a wife and a life.
Caution. The gap to the car ahead is 1.5 seconds.
Man, Alonso is still sitting in turn 1 like nobody cared to freaking move his car. Alright, we're in some traffic. Let's be careful and keep all the fenders on this thing. Or the wings, I should say. Hamilton's up there too in 3rd. Should get a DRS here and some slipstream. There she is.
Alright, we're seeing a loss of power from the turbocharger now. Loss of power on the turbo.
Woo! I almost hit him. What does that mean? Loss of power in the turbocharger. Oof, 91% on the MGU. Again, that's what I was that's the only thing I'm really concerned about in this race is that MGU. I don't know if it's gonna make it the whole race, but I couldn't change it before the race. We were gonna get a massive grid penalty. So I decided to just risk it. It is the last race of the season. We have not much to lose. Well, I mean, the only thing we're gonna gain is finishing 2nd in the championship points. Yes, I play on PC, and I will continue to play on PC in the next game.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Oh, hold on.
Green flag.
Not quite. Okay, just a warning. Alright, so we have fresher tires than these guys. We pitted 3 laps ago. They have not pitted yet. Vettel's up next, and it looks like he is in the lead.
Some information on Ericsson. They are out of the race.
Marcus Ericsson out of the race. Yeah, an online league would be pretty cool. Do I occasionally play on the toaster? Yeah, I do. Toaster's like the most fun, especially with like a knife and a fork. Welcome back, Mr. Dutchman. And Vettel is pitting in now. Looks like Ricardo is as well.
Daniel's in the pits.
So I'm curious, we pitted in and got the same tires when we came out. So how long can we make it on this set? What's up, Air France? Good to see you. Lap 13 in the books. Actually, we're on lap 13 now. And pretty much, I don't want to speak too soon, but we're kind of dominating this race. The setup was just too beast for these guys today, or tonight. Yeah, I know why you need a supercomputer when you can do a whole live stream with a toaster. Oh man, I'm struggling on that turn right there. I'm about to brake earlier. Either brake earlier or trying to brake bias back. So guys, did any of you watch Monaco Grand Prix this past weekend? And if you did, what did you think?
Caution, caution.
I did actually get a chance to catch it. I recorded it and watched it on Tuesday.
Okay, clear.
That's the issue. That's my personal problem with a lot of the good Formula One servers for like online leagues, is that they're all European. I mean, I'm not against that, but if the times, like the race times, if I'm able to actually make it, then yeah, I'm down. I've been honestly wanting to join a good league, like a league that has like people who are, you know, like that really enjoy racing and are like clean racers and are not just gonna wreck you or be horrible at driving in general. So it'd be really cool, I think, to join a league. I would enjoy it. I would definitely be interested. And again, guys, please break up your messages because I can't read long text messages while I'm driving. Shouldn't be reading at all while I'm driving. So far, so good. World ERS number 2. Yellow flag is still out in sector 1. Alonso's over there watching the race from the sidelines. Poor Alonso. Final race of his final season in F1, and he's sitting on the sidelines watching the race. This is such a cool track. Look at the grandstands through this turn right here. Like, I feel like this would be such a cool race to go to if you had the chance to go to Abu Dhabi. This would be such a good race to go to. Speaking of Abu Dhabi, actually, isn't there a track in Abu Dhabi and another one in Dubai itself? I can't remember. I always get these two places mixed up. But I know that one of them is featured in the newly updated DCS World map. You can actually fly over it and see the whole track on DCS World. No, all F1 cars are not the same. That is why you see such a huge difference. This is the reason why you see Hamilton winning like every race, or Mercedes winning every race. The difference in F1 cars from team to team is not just the colors, but a lot of small differences that you may not see just at glancing at the car. But if you look very closely and compare some of the different teams' cars, as you'll see different wings or different wing design. So there's rules in F1 that you can't break when it comes to the aero and stuff like that. But within those rules, the teams have designed their own wings, their own rear wings. Some of them share engines, so like Ferrari I think Haas and I can't remember who else have Ferrari engines. Renault has a Renault engine, as well as I think McLaren also uses the Renault engine. Red Bull switched to the Honda engine. So it's a lot of different little small things, as well as the engine, which is a big piece. But there's a lot of things that are different. The gearboxes, different things that the different teams have when it comes to aero and power, and some of the just the different components. Even the wheel, like the axle of the car and things like that, are made specifically by the teams.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Confirmed.
Yeah, let's keep the current. I want to pit earlier if I don't have to. Not sure why he wants to pit 2 laps early. Maybe we're going through tires faster than they thought. Right now, in the current Red Bull that I'm driving at this moment, this is using the Renault engine. This was before they switched to Honda. They didn't switch to Honda until the 2019 season. And you can tell it's doing very well for them. What's up, Infinite Flight Boeing? Thank you, man, again for another donation, bro. I appreciate that. What time will the stream be? Sometime around this time that we are streaming now. So whatever time it is now, locally for you, it'll be around this time, if I am able to do it. Again, I always say this every week, but it's always my goal to do Friday Night Flight each week. Sometimes real life things come up and I'm not able to actually make it, so as long as things stay clear, I'll be there. If not, then I won't, and that is what it is.
Caution, caution.
Uh-oh, another caution. It's like sector 3. Or is this sector 2? I don't remember what sector it is. No way. Another McLaren. Van Dorn. Something's wrong with their engine or something. Is he going to sit there for the whole race too? Once we cross the stripe, we'll get a race update.
You're leading the pack. P1, Bottas behind. Our gap behind is 16.6 seconds. They're on fresh hypersofts. Green flag.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if any of you guys watched the Netflix series that came out right before the 2019 season started, but Netflix basically documented the whole Formula 1 2018 season, so you get to see a really cool behind the scenes look at what happened in the 2018 season. It's really freaking cool. Probably one of the, in my opinion, the coolest look at Formula 1, like the coolest perspective I've ever seen of Formula 1. Like, it's pretty real, pretty raw. You got to see all the politics of F1, the things that are good and bad about F1. You could see Ricardo when he was trying to make his decision to switch to Renault, seeing Pierre Gasly, like all those guys, as things were happening throughout the year last year. So it wasn't something that they created after the season was over, something they created while the season was progressing. And I'm hoping that they're making a second season of that for the F1 2019 year, because I would love to see what happened, you know, like in the background of this current season. It definitely gets you more emotionally involved in the series. You get to know a little bit more about the drivers, their families, their teams, the people on the teams, the sponsors, things like that. The fall of Force India in 2018 was pretty interesting how that came about.
Yellow flag.
When they announced that they were switching to Honda was on the Netflix series. They covered that whole thing because, you know, Red Bull and Renault had a long-term relationship for a long time of, you know, engines, but Red Bull were really upset because Renault, you know, their engines kept failing and it was costing Red Bull races. I mean, Renault was never really in a position to win any races, but Red Bull was many times in a position to win races. And yet the Renault engine, yeah, Drive to Survive is the name of it. The Renault engine kept failing on them, so that's the reason why Ricciardo and Verstappen lost a lot of races that they should have probably got podiums or won at. And it was very frustrating. No, there is no longer a Jaguar team. I think there used to be. They even covered like Williams and talked about Williams and their struggles and stuff like that, which is actually kind of sad, honestly. The only team they really didn't talk much about was Mercedes and Ferrari. Like, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they really didn't go too far into detail about them, like Mercedes at all. They really talked more about like the mid-pack teams, so like Red Bull down to Williams. They talked about McLaren, and I'm talking too much. As you can see, I'm off the track. And my dog's in the background.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hypersofts. Okay, clear.
You guys wanted the dog back, now he's back in the background making noise. He's been asleep this whole time until now. So far so good though, guys. I mean, we've been cruising along.
Vettel is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 17.2 seconds. They're on fresh hypersofts. Their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:48.2.
My dog's name is Blue. Oh, I didn't know Mercedes bought Jaguar. As the tires go away, this turn here gets so difficult because you have that long turn into a tight, a really hard braking zone. You can see graining on my tires. Can you really? Now I'm looking.
Caution.
Oh yeah, I do see a little bit of graining on the tires. They need to take that car to the garage.
The gap behind us is 15.2 seconds.
Alright, so I lost about 2 seconds on that lap, so let's pick up the pace. We'll be pitting in the next lap, I believe, or the lap after next. I can't remember. They'll remind us. I know in the new F1 you can see the tire degradation visually a lot better than this one. lots of rubber on the track. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you can see graining on my tires, you can definitely see the rubber laying down the track, especially so as the lights come out, all the dark spots. I know the engine is struggling.
In this lap.
All right, boxes lap.
Green flag. At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
Ooh, that's not good. All right, that was the fastest sector one so far. We went real wide right there. Yeah, Vettel's kind of catching us slowly. We'll be pitting in this time. Yeah, the rattling is only going to get worse.
Box this lap, please.
In the engine. Abu Dhabi again, yeah, is very tough on tires. It's really hot here in Abu Dhabi, and at hot tracks, tire wear becomes a bigger issue. But our MGU is 92%. All right, pitting this time. Alright, we're in. Is Ferrari gonna pit this time? Let's see. Clutch down. We're off.
Go, go, go.
But Ferrari is not pitting.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
Roger that. Gotta be very careful coming out of there.
Okay, clear.
Do I prefer the 2018 or the 2019 tires? I don't know yet. I won't know until I play F1 2019. But maybe you are maybe you're mentioning how like the colors, because in 2019 they changed to only 3 tire compound. Technically, you still race the same compounds as we're racing this year. The only difference is they don't change the color of the thing. You have a soft, like is it a soft, a medium, and a hard. Red, yellow, and I think it's white. Like now we have the pink color, we have the purple color, we have all different colors. They got rid of all different colors, and now they're just using 3 colors to split up the different compounds. I mean, I guess it makes it easier to understand, honestly. I don't mind it. I mean, I kind of liked all the different colors of tire compounds that they had before. It's kind of cool. Fastest sector 1. So me and Vettel are on very different strategies. We'll see which one pays off on the end. Still not quite halfway. So a lot of race to go. It's gonna take discipline and consistency here. Dedication, hard work. You can really tell the difference when you have new tires on versus the old ones. So much grip right now. And Vettel's pitting in.
Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Daniel's in for his stop. Green flag.
I really don't understand why Alonso is still sitting over there. And because we pitted 1 lap earlier than he did, we opened up the gap by 3 seconds that time. So yeah, let's try to keep up this pace, at least while we have these new tires. I don't want to overuse the tires though. We were trying to make it here, I think.
Has come in to put on the ultra soft tire. That's the car behind, now on the ultra soft.
Oh wow, ultra soft tire. That means he's probably gonna try to make it to the end of this race on that. We still have to pit one more time. So is that a good strategy call for Ferrari? Gosh. I don't know what that manager is you're talking about, but I have a different one called Motorsport Manager. And that covers Formula 1 and GT and endurance racing. It's actually pretty fun. I've had it for years now and I keep going back to it. So I play it off and on. I'll do like a whole season and I'll stop and then I'll play another season. It's pretty challenging too, honestly. It's also on Android, yeah, it's on iPhone. It just released on Nintendo Switch, I think early this year, because I got it on Nintendo Switch. It's a different version. The PC version has a lot more options than the mobile version, or even of the Nintendo Switch version. I was kind of hoping that the Nintendo Switch version would be more like the PC version, but I'm really just kind of, I guess, hoping that they update the PC version. So I really like the PC version. The graphics are decent. They could be better, but they're decent. Oh, that's a big bit. But they've incorporated some different ideas into the mobile versions, which I like. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. So they're kind of like two different games, even though they're like, the mobile one is more of a newer, updated version of the Motorsport Manager, but they just left out a lot of details. F1 Manager. And where is that available? Is that available on PC? On mobile?
Okay, clear. behind is 25.0 seconds.
Hopefully we'll run into some lap cars. That'll make things a little bit interesting. So far I've been driving qualifying laps around this place by ourselves for already more than half of this race. I mean, it's a good thing because we're in the lead. Is it just called IGP, or like what's the real name of it? So I know gamers like to use those abbreviations. It's a lot to say that something's better than Motorsport Manager. That's the only one that I've played.
Yellow flag.
We'll see here in a second what the gap to Vettel is. Probably about 20 seconds. I'm predicting. Yep, 20. I also like how we started this race out and it was kind of like sunset-ish time, and now the lights are on. Well, the lights have been on since the start of the race, but now it's completely like dark outside, and you know, I don't know, I like tracks that have that day to night transition. It's always pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just kind of like in a car saving mode, trying to make sure that I don't abuse the car too much. We do have an MGU that is not extremely reliable, so not sure how that's going to work out. I'm trying to save and manage my tires, so we're going to try to make it with one more stop. I'm not sure what compound we're switching to, but we're going to try to make it from here with one more stop. We're good on fuel. Fuel is nowhere near an issue for us right now. And also, I'm just trying to make sure I don't, you know,
Green flag.
wreck. That's always a thing, you know. Friday night flight suggestions are up. Cool. So is it community choice this week? Yeah, no, last week was crazy. What up, Seneca? Thanks for the cheers, bro. We're doing okay so far. I just gotta stay focused.
Caution, caution. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. that confirmed.
Sure, whatever, we'll change. I almost spun out just trying to read that. Like, they always send that to me at the worst time possible. And if you don't look at it soon enough, it'll go away and you can't change your strategy. So, we'll see. Last time he had a strategy change for us, we rejected it. This time we'll go and we'll give it a try. It'll be pitting about 3 laps early for the ultra soft tire. So let's push it pretty hard here. And get the best out of the rest of these tires.
softs. Okay, clear. Be advised moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
All right, fastest lap of the race on old tires. Trying to get the best of what's left in these tires before we pit in one more lap. That's why I was quiet.
Teammate by 26.8 seconds.
All right, DRS. You can see me fighting with the wheels sometimes as we lose grip. So I'm really trying to push it.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
10-4. driving hard right now.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Vettel behind. Okay, the gap behind is 25.4 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. The pit window is open. Pit window currently open. 23.
Alright, so right now we have a 25-second gap between me and Vettel. I'm pretty sure Vettel is probably going to try to make those tires last until the end. So when we pit in, we need to make sure we are well enough ahead that we can come back out ahead of Vettel, and especially if he's not pitting. Alright, last pit stop of the night. Whew, lap 34.
Complete, go now.
2.234.
Look after these tires now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Roger. Alright, Vettel's coming into turn 1 now. And we come back out in the lead, baby. Not very far ahead of Vettel. So it was probably a good strategy call by Ferrari to stay out and go with a 2-stop strategy instead of a 3. Because it did actually put him only 5 seconds behind us now, if he does not pit again. But he is on old tires. Those tires are, I don't know how old they are. Let's see.
Vettel is behind you. Our gap behind is 5.9 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. Their tires are 9 laps old.
Those tires are not
We
fresh.
think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 46.8.
Alright, so they think they have one more stop. If they want to actually compete with me, they're not going to be able to. Well, I mean, they're going to be slow on old tires. But if they want to close the gap, they need to stay on the old tires. So I think either way, we're probably going to be out of luck here. We're on fresh tires, about 20-ish laps to go. Can you believe this guy's been sitting here all race? Hey Alonso, how you doing over there? Eating a hot dog? Or whatever they eat in Abu Dhabi. Thank you for the follow. Can't read that. Welcome to the Blue Air Royal family. There's no way I can read that while I'm driving. But appreciate it so much, man, for supporting. And I'm glad you made it. Just hope you guys come back to watch more videos when we jump into Formula 1 2019. I'm really looking forward to that. Let me know like what kind of things you would like to see. I'm thinking about giving the other view a chance. So I've done this whole career in this view here, which is my preferred view personally, is to be right in the cockpit, get the most immersive feeling as possible. But I understand that that freaking halo is very annoying in the center of the screen, even though I can turn that off. Yes, I believe co-op is in 2019 and I want to participate. So I think I already have somebody that I may be doing co-op with, but I don't know when they're available. So we'll see. Because the whole co-op season thing, or whatever, career on Formula 1 2019, the game is very exciting to me. I've always wanted to do this kind of thing in a co-op environment. I think that'd be really cool. That and league racing would be cool as well. As long as I don't crash right now, it's looking like we could get a win. we can get the W today. Tonight, here's Hartley. Toro Rosso, 15th place. If only we could have won last week.
Green flag.
That's when we really needed it. Okay, you're gonna have to move. Thank you. Alright, yep, now we got some lap traffic ahead of us. Shouldn't be too big of an issue though. 7 seconds between me and Vettel. 9 seconds between me and Ricardo. I don't know where Mercedes is. We have almost a lap. Oh, I'm in lean. Alright, let's go standard. Alright, now we'll pick up the pace. But between now and the release of Formula 1 2019, I'm planning to do some Euro Truck Simulator streams. Maybe even American Truck Simulator, depends. And obviously iRacing, I want to do some more of that. I haven't stopped playing iRacing. I've been playing iRacing, I just haven't been streaming it. My races have not lined up with appropriate stream times. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Bottas was in second, Hamilton was in third at one point. And since then, I haven't seen him. Now Ricardo's in third, which I'm cool with, because that's my teammate. I'm pretty sure Ricardo will be pitting, because he's still on the Hypersoft tire. Actually, yeah, I know he's pitting again. It's not pretty sure. I know he's pitting. Vettel, I'm not sure if he's pitting though.
Yellow flag.
Also, there's a new season, well, on iRacing, there's a new season starting up for IMSA. And I believe I may be tag teaming an IMSA series with a good friend of mine on iRacing. So you may see some GT racing coming to the channel as well in the future, hopefully. We'll see. We shall see. Fernando Alonso. Sadly, I heard he did not make it into the Indy 500. That was really sad to hear. And I missed the Indy 500, which is even more sad. I could have swore I recorded it. I recorded every qualifying for IndyCar, every practice for IndyCar. And for some reason, the actual race did not record on my TV. So I was pretty upset about that yesterday. Because I really want to watch it. I feel like that is the biggest IndyCar race of the season. So I'm bummed that, Alonso wasn't a part of that. I'm hoping he's racing the rest of the IndyCar season, because I'm looking forward to seeing Alonso compete in IndyCar to see how he can do. Hopefully he does better there than he did on F1, at least in the last few years. I mean, he's done some great things in F1, but I'm hoping to see him do some really good things in IndyCar as well. Alright, Ricardo is in the pits. That's our teammate. Raikkonen, I don't think has pitted. He's on the ultra soft, but Ferrari's on like some kind of ultra soft strategy. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do. The 3-stop strategy seems to have worked out for us so far. Second now on Vettel. Oh, you freaking serious? All right. We're okay. We didn't hit anything. Didn't hit anything. There's Hartley. Vettel's right behind us. It's gonna happen eventually. Vettel still needs the pit, I think. That was close. If I would have hit that wall, oh wait, I've been so upset. Are you guys gonna move out the way, or what's gonna happen here? Nope, they're not gonna move. They're racing each other. Here we go. All right, you know how to make it interesting. Oh gosh.
Okay, copy that.
Wait, what did I say? Our car just got real light coming out of that corner just now.
Left behind, less than a second separate you. They're on old Ultra Softs. Their tyres are 14 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
If your tires are 14 laps old, you ain't keeping up with me, Vettel.
47.0.
Get off my tail wing. Oh god, overdrove it. Alright, there we go. We're back in this thing. Here's Stroll. Please move. Pick a side, bro. Pick a side. Just about 15 laps to go. Alright, now we have one lap car between me and Vettel. Again, I still don't know. It's a mystery. What is Vettel's strategy? Is he gonna pit again or is he gonna stay out? He's on 13 lap old tires. Our tires are only 7 laps old. I think it's 7. If I can keep him out of DRS range, we should be okay. I mean, he already won the championship. I mean, what else do you need? I'll take this win. You take the championship, I'll take this win. So back to last race in Brazil, where I was debating on if we had won that race, would we still have a chance to win the Drivers' Championship? And with the way this race is going, I would say no. Because Vettel, okay, Vettel's in the pit. Vettel is in the pits. So if Vettel had finished second to us in Brazil, we would just barely be, like, it would just barely be enough gap to keep us in the Drivers' Championship run. But Vettel would still be in the lead, and depending on how this race went, you know, we could either win the championship or Vettel would win the championship. Vettel would basically have to be like out of the points completely, or like 10th place for us to have a chance to win. And if he had finished second, well, in that case, he would still win the championship. So I think either way, I think Vettel has such a good cushion that is a pretty good chance he would have won no matter what. But as it stands right now, we have our teammate Ricardo in second place. That's 2 Red Bulls on top right now. When do you ever see that? Very rarely. Hopefully Ricciardo can stay up ahead of Vettel. He should have a nice gap, honestly, because Vettel just pitted, Ricciardo pitted about 3-4 laps ago. So with the undercut, gap to Ricciardo 19 seconds, gap to Vettel 21. Yeah. Alright, let's focus. All we gotta do is finish the race at this point. And the race is ours. No more spinning out like we did before. Alonso.
Okay, clear.
Alright, so we're really quick at our car. MGU is at 94%. At the rate it's been going, we should... I don't know like at what percentage it's going to completely fail. I don't know if it's at 100% or if it's like somewhere before that. But as long as it's not 100, we should be okay. We don't have a lot of time left to go in the race, and I think we'll be okay with it. You start losing gears at 95 to 90. Oh, that's good to hear. Well, we're definitely gonna get to 95. At least. And then poof at 97. Oh, that's not good to hear.
Caution, caution.
That's not good news. This section is so fast, it's so cool. Let's see what happens. I know we've lost gears before because of it. I mean, I guess I can deal, at this point in the race, I can deal with losing a gear. We have a nice cushion and I can deal with the for 10 laps without a gear, with one gear. I mean, as long as the whole gearbox doesn't break, we should be okay. Aren't you proud of me? I haven't hit any of those cones yet. That was a pretty slow lap for us, so Ricciardo is gaining. About 2 seconds slow. Probably his past 2 laps are about a second off, second and a half. Congrats on the cones, thank you. Maybe we'll knock him out in the last lap just to make sure. Give the marshals something to do. Oh, that one cone at Melbourne Grand Prix, I always knock that thing out. So what was it that you were saying about the MGU-H? Oh shoot. I'm looking at the bottom right of the screen instead of looking at the front of it. Yeah, apparently Alonso's like on fire in turn 1 because they haven't moved that car all race long. Like, let it burn. I mean, they moved his teammate, which is crazy. Both McLaren cars out of the race. Van Dorn went out in sector 2. A lot later. There's 95% on the MGUK. And we have 10 laps to go. Well, 11, including this one. Hands getting tired. Can you imagine doing this for a whole hour, 2 hours, and the G's just hitting you constantly? Ricardo is catching us up to us, 12 seconds now. So he's definitely sped up. And I think we've just slowed down because I've been distracted with looking at things. Wow, that was 3 seconds slower than our fastest lap today.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy. Okay, clear.
Saying shift slower into the corners so that I can save the MGU. Alright. From my experience, no, you cannot change difficulty during the career, but somebody in a past stream was telling me that you can somehow. I just haven't figured out how to do it. So I would have changed it a long time ago if I could.
Caution. You're leading the pack. P1. The gap behind us is 11.1 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 9 laps to go.
Maybe that's why I couldn't change it, because I was always in a weekend whenever I attempted to do it. So, oh well, my season's ending now anyways. It doesn't matter anymore. We'll figure it out next time. I think it just, for really, when it comes to difficulty, you just gotta find a difficulty that works best for you. Whenever I set my difficulty, it was kind of like when the game first came out and I didn't have very much practice on this game. And so I probably set the difficulty lower than it should be now. Plus I took into account that I'm racing with no assist, and I'm trying to do these races without restarting either. No replays, none of that stuff. And like if I was doing races with assist, I could probably turn my difficulty up because I'd be, you know, faster, it'd be easier to drive. So this is kind of what I think about whenever I'm racing. It's like I want to have a good difficulty that gives me a good competition. I don't want to lose every single race. Like I want it to be
Green flag.
hard enough that I actually have to fight to, you know, make positions and try to win races, like get in position to win races. I don't want it to be easy. Easy is no fun. Locked it up right there. If you're getting lag this time, it's most likely you. Yeah, 100% races are a lot of work, including the weekends. And I do the entire weekend. I don't stream the entire weekend. I only stream qualifying and the race. But I do all 3 practices. I don't do the entire like length of the practices. I only do as much as I need to, because honestly, you only stress the car out more the more practice laps you put into it. So then reliability becomes an issue if you do too much. So I actually cut my practice for this race short because I didn't want my MGU to go bad before the race started. But that's what I enjoy though about the full race weekends.
Okay, we're not seeing any issues with tyre wear right now. You should have good grip for a while yet.
Is that you do have to go through all 3 practices, go through the practice programs, and that actually gets you ready and set for the race as well. But whenever you're doing 100% races, in my opinion at least, especially if you don't want to just hit restart every 5 seconds,
Yellow flag.
you want to put a significant amount of practice in before you even start the race, because if not, then you would wreck from lack of experience. But I enjoy it, and I'll definitely continue it into Formula 1 2019 because I think it'll be even more fun there. I'm interested to see how different the AI is. The AI in this version in F1 2018 is they're pretty competitive. Like, they will not just let you by. They race you pretty hard. And I heard that it's going to be even more difficult in the 2019 version. Yeah, I'll be down to do a full race weekend. I'll probably, the first race, because when F1 2018 came out, I actually streamed the entire first the entire first weekend of the season. So like the Melbourne race, I streamed like the practice program, because, you know, it was still like, it was very new to everyone, to me, and so it was kind of cool going through all the different practice programs, seeing what changed, what hadn't changed from the last game. And I don't think that's really going to change in this game. I haven't heard anything about it anyways, but yeah, we can probably maybe do some full weekends from time to time if I have time. That's gonna like add like it's gonna make the stream like twice as long, depending on how much time I personally need to prepare for that race. But I think that'd be a pretty interesting concept. Full race weekend would be cool. I like that idea. I'm gonna take that and use it. Not for every race, but for maybe 1 or 2. All right, race is almost over. Six laps to go. We're We're good on fuel. Tires feel nice and hot and grippy. Vettel has overtaken Ricciardo for second place. They're 13 seconds back. Raikkonen's behind him. Let's take a look at our MGUK. Uh-oh, it's in the red. That is, uh-oh. 95 still, so we haven't made any more wear since I stopped looking, which is good. But I'm predicting we're probably going to finish the race around 96, 97. Hopefully those numbers are low enough that we can actually finish the race and it won't completely fail. Because I think that MGUK is one of those things you really need on the car, and if it fails, you're not going forward. Another thing that I did in the beginning of me streaming Formula One was also streaming the replays. I didn't really talk in the replay, but I streamed it, and it made the stream even much longer. So I decided to stop doing that. But if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, is the replay, like the full replay after the race, let me know. We can do that as well. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be a no. Because I won't be commentating it. I may talk with you guys a little bit, but usually after these races, I got other things that I got to do.
Okay, the gap behind is
unless it's a special occasion.
1 seconds.
All right, 11 seconds is behind us.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
You drove 11 laps at Silverstone with your engine smoking? How did you even do that? Like, what caused your engine to smoke? I'm just curious. Speaking of engine smoking, like, I mean, again, this is probably going to be my last Formula 1 2018 stream that I do until the new game comes out. So it's a great time now to talk about new features that are coming to the new game and questions and things like that. Because I know about some of them, but I'm not, like, good on all of them. I don't know about everything. So one thing I'm wondering about is failures. Like, can you get punctures? How's the tire? I know the tire wear is changed a bit. The tire model may have changed a little bit. I'm wondering how that's going to work out. You know, if there can be any. Like, I love the failing system currently, but I'm wondering how much different that's going to be, if at all different at all. From videos that I've seen, the damage model seems exactly the same. I don't think they made any changes to it at all. Starting to lose a little bit of rear grip, so when I go through these high-speed turns, when I go left and a quick right, you guys can't see it, but I can feel the rear end swinging out, like wanting to kind of spin out. So I kind of let off the throttle a little bit to compensate for that little drift that I do. 10 seconds now is the gap between us and Vettel. He is slowly catching us, but he's gonna run out of time. Yeah, I'm wondering about the R&D trees as well. Maybe make them a little more interesting, because I don't know, it doesn't seem to really affect much. That's gonna set us back another 2 seconds. It doesn't really, the current R&D tree for the old game, or the one we're playing right now, doesn't really seem to affect much. Like, I can still have a strong car no matter what I focus on in the R&D. So I'm wondering if that's gonna take a bigger effect in your decisions in the future game. Because right now it just feels like a kind of a role play type of thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm fixing up the chassis or whatever, but it doesn't really seem to make a big difference, at least to me, that I've noticed. And I'm doing full races, like I'm not just doing short races, so I should actually see a difference in a lot of those elements that we're getting, especially durability. Durability is really the only one that I actually see any difference on track. Because durability, you can actually see, you know, that your parts are lasting you more races.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Flying Dutchman, are you already on my Discord? I think we're gonna make it, guys. 2 more laps. This engine should be okay. If not, we're gonna blame Renault. Switching to Honda. 9 seconds now. We've been putting some pretty slow laps in. Let's go in rich mode. Three podium. Yeah, like if the R&D tree could change enough that even your teammate drives better, you know, because you're both, you know, using a lot of the same elements, it's same components. So like if your R&D is doing good in the garage, even if you're in a lower team on the, like, you know, down the line, you should start seeing progress from them. You should start seeing them getting podiums, them getting top 5s, whatever it may be.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
Alright guys, 2 to go when we cross the stripe.
Okay, clear. Engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
I think we'll be okay for now. Alright, let's get a fastest lap here on these last couple laps. Maybe not this one, but the next one.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. Our gap behind is 7.7 seconds.
Yeah, not this one. Definitely not this lap. There we go.
Caution, caution. This is your final lap of the race.
Whew. %, on MGU. Just gonna ignore it now. Checker flag is out. Last race of the season.
We've had a very strong season this year, very strong indeed. Well done, and thank you on behalf of the team for a fantastic effort.
Hey,
Well,
Alonso.
I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
He's so intense looking. Whew.
It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I think it's got to be Kimi Räikkönen. He's not always spectacular, but he quietly gets the job done, and that's the case today.
On to the constructors then. So then, Ferrari have now moved out of sight and out of reach. It's another triumph for the Italian team as they claim the World Constructors' Championship. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So, Ferrari wins the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes trails by 45, Red Bull by 88. We weren't even close. When it comes to driver standings, I was 34 points off from winning that. So we got a runner-up. Mercedes coming in third and fourth at 53, 55. Then we have our teammate Ricardo coming in, looks like 6 behind Räikkönen. And yeah, that's how the season pans out. I mean, I can't be too upset for a second, but obviously I want to win. The whole point is to win. And we had a up and down season. I think what really set us back was the beginning of the season. We had a lot of races that didn't go so well for us in the very beginning of the season. So it is what it is. Let's see, race director, but we won this one, and that's I already knew that we were gonna not get the drivers championship this year, but that's okay. We'll try to get it in 2019 season. But all right, I kind of want to see some of the replay, especially that start. And lights are out. That's us on the left side in the Red Bull. Bottas is in second behind us. You see Ferrari looking to the outside, can't make it. They just bunch each other up. I go super wide, expecting to have Bottas on my left side, but he couldn't get there just in time. So we just had a really good launch. Look at that launch. Look how far ahead we were to get so quickly. Kicking up spark going into turn, was his 3, I believe, in the chicane. After that, I mean, we were gone. We were gone. They just couldn't beat us today. They just couldn't beat us today, and I'm not upset about that at all. But man, good race, clean race. Almost wrecked it that one time. Almost. Keyword almost. Sounds good, Flying Dutchman. I'll talk to you on Discord later. I want to get a screenshot. Matter of fact, I usually do this off stream, but because I want to stay on stream so we can take a look at the off-season stuff. Oh wow, what was that? You see that? Hold on. Look in the background. Maybe I'm tripping. I could have swore I saw somebody go flipping. Okay, no I didn't. I'm tripping. Alright, I want to get a screenshot for the stream really quick, and then I'm going to go to the end of season stuff that I've never seen, because I've never actually finished an entire season on any of these F1 games. This is my first time, like ever. So I'm going to go back, get me a little cool screenshot. What I usually do is I unplug my wheel and plug in my PS4 controller. I'll just use this one. Looking for a good screenshot. I'll probably take one from the beginning. That's my blue PS4 controller. You could also use this if you were playing the game with it, but I have my wheel, so obviously I wouldn't want to do that. What about right there? That moment right there is probably a good one. You think the replay view looks good now? Wait till you see 2019. It does look good though, honestly it does. It's just 2019 just made it better. A lot of things about this game, the 2018 game, are just great. Like the sounds, obviously, like we think they sound great now. The visuals, the graphics, everything looks really good on the 2018. But why aren't you detecting my controller? See if it's gonna work. I might have to use the other one. Give me a second, and while we're waiting, we should get some music playing in the background. But thank you guys so much for all you guys who've been supporting this series of the F1 games. I appreciate you guys and all the people who have been supporting my racing streams as well. You guys are greatly appreciated. It's been a lot of fun to be able to race, enjoy racing, and chat with you guys. Some of you guys from time to time have helped me with strategy, and that's been really cool. For some reason, my controller is not being detected. No problem, bro. Jamming, yeah. I don't want to have to plug in my wheel again. Oh, you know why? I know why. There it is. Okay. There we are. So now I'm using my controller. Alright, so the pause right there. Maybe like right around there. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to photo mode. This is how I always do my screenshots. Oh, I look great, man. This is a beautiful like track. It's just so good looking. Alright, what do I want to use? I'm gonna try not to take too much time, but obviously I want it to look really stinking good. Alright, let's go to the zoom in, zoom out, which is over here. Depth of field, we'll turn it on later. We'll zoom it in. That sounds good, Flying Dutchman. Yeah, I'll definitely be in contact with you. That's kind of cool looking. Kind of busy though. I don't like how busy it looks. Maybe something like this. Actually, I got an idea. Let me try that. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna turn on depth of field, which didn't really do anything. So we need to change the f-stop, I think. Yeah, there it is. Now we got that blur happening in the background. And also, I want to turn on the turn down, or is it up? The shutter speed. That's dope. Alright, let's do that. I just realized that my head is covering all of the photo options, but that's okay. Yeah, that's dope right there. Alright, we'll hide that. I saved it to my Steam, but I'm also going to do Windows G, which will open up the Windows Play thing. I don't think, yeah, you can't see that, which is good. I'm glad you can't see that. And boom, there's my screenshot. Okay. I'm good, I'm happy with that. Alright, we're going to exit and continue to the post-season stuff. I don't know what that pertains. So, let's see. And then we'll get out of here, guys. So we're almost done with the stream. Thank you again for watching. If you got to go, you got to go. If you want to stick around and watch whatever happens next, then stick around and watch whatever happens next. Alright, advance.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
Yeah, you guys always miss this part.
It doesn't get
What
much
up, Claire?
better than a win at this track, does it?
Oh yeah, I can't read this stuff fast enough. Okay. They don't give you enough time.
You must be thrilled to be up on the podium.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. That one. Got a little bit of sportsmanship.
Things are looking up after last week, aren't they?
Yes, they are. We'll do this one. Really no wrong answer.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
What collision? What are you talking about? We'll do that right there.
Great. Well, that's everything.
All right, there's our teammate Ricardo over there in the debriefing room. Winning at Abu Dhabi is a big deal. That's like one of the iconic tracks in Formula 1 right now for you to win at. I mean, winning any Formula 1 race is always a big deal. So our current rival is our teammate Ricardo. We've already beat him in 2 rivalries. We also had Hamilton as our other rival, which we've already beat, I think last week or last race. So ranking up some resource points. Usually from this point, you would keep going on to the next season. So at this point, I'm pretty sure they're going to give me the opportunity to change teams if I wanted to. And maybe we will, just because why the heck not? We're not even going to do next season. We're going to actually be going to 2019. As soon as I get the new game, I'm uninstalling this. That's just how it's going to be. But taking a look at our reputation between different teams right now, we are with Red Bull, and they're pretty happy with us. Our contract could use some help. Is Formula 1 in America a big sport? Not really. Not as big as some of our other sports. Renault really likes us. McLaren really likes us. Everybody really likes us. Mercedes would probably hire us. Ferrari would too. I wonder, like, who would I race for? Ferrari or Mercedes? Like, I don't know. I've never raced really Mercedes. I like the way the Mercedes engine sounds, so I wouldn't be against racing Mercedes, honestly. Let's keep going. Oh, hello.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise.
Heck yeah.
Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable.
So
enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
How much you want to...
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic to see you up on that podium.
I bet the next race is going to be like some kind of like throwback race, like for charity or something like that for the off season. All right, so start negotiation. This is something I've done multiple times this season that I haven't streamed. This is something that they just started adding into Formula 1 2018, and I really like it. It allows you to renegotiate your contract every 6 races. So currently, our current contract has our expected qualifying position as 3rd, expected race position 3rd, team order, which means, like, you know, am I the top driver, the second driver? I'm the top driver, who was the first driver, which has me in the top driver, and then team goal was hard, best finish first, and race bonus, blah blah blah. So we can start a new negotiation.
Here we can adjust the terms of our proposal. The more ambitiously we set our targets, the more willing the team will be to give us better perks.
And you only get 3
We'll have a
chances,
few chances
by
to
the way,
suggest a
or you're
deal,
stuck
but we need to be
with the deal you
careful.
already have.
If a proposed contract exceeds your value to the team, it will be rejected, and too many attempts will leave us stuck with the original offer.
Roger that. So I really enjoyed my time with Aston Martin Red Bull, but let's move up. I think we deserve better. Let's negotiate with a different team.
From here, we can change the team that we're negotiating with. There's no rule saying you need to stay in the same seat forever. Selecting a team here only affects the negotiation. The actual move won't take place until the following race weekend.
So surprisingly, Mercedes did not win the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari not only won the Drivers' Championship, but they also won the Constructors, which is weird because it's so opposite to the real life. Mercedes is more interested to us than Ferrari is, so we can get a better deal at Mercedes than we can at Ferrari. So Mercedes is who we're going with. Again, we're not even going to do a race with Mercedes. I'm just doing this for the fun of it because this is like off-season stuff. So now we can negotiate this contract. Let's see. Expected qualifying position 1st. Wow. Yeah, that's some pretty high demands. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. Hold on. Couldn't click on anything. Okay, 1st. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Expected race position. We'll go with 2nd. Let's go 1st. No, I'm a boss. Team order. Yeah, I want to be the 1st driver. Actually, if I'm the 1st driver, that would kick Hamilton out. I would personally, out of the 2 Mercedes drivers, Hamilton's my favorite. So I would be 2nd driver. That way I take Bottas's seat instead of actually, I don't even know what that means. If I take the 2nd driver, what will that? I don't know. We'll do 2nd driver. Team goal, we'll do hard. I want all the dang perks. We're gonna go all the way up. Level 3. I mean, I finished above both of the drivers this season, so I think I deserve all that. And let's go propose it. What?
We're asking for too much here. We need to make some compromises.
All right, so proposed contract value is way up there. Our value is down there, apparently, in their eyes. So we need to turn some stuff down. I think that pit stop efficiency is extremely important. Upgrade speed is not that important to me. Simultaneous development, we can go down to 1. Resource bonus points go to 2. And everything else will leave the same. Let's see what they say this time. Oh, that's not even enough.
Everyone's happy with that proposal, and we're locked in.
All right. I don't like that once you get below your value mark, they just accept the contract. You can't be like, oh, wait. If you like that, how about we add this on top of, like, I can't negotiate more than that. It would be nice if I could. So anyways, we've been accepted to Mercedes and now are an official part of the Mercedes team. It doesn't say it right here yet, but it will in a second once we jump to the next weekend. But this is our final results, man. 2nd place in the driver standings, 3rd in the Constructors Championship, and we definitely helped McLaren get that 4th place in the Constructors Championship as well, because we raced McLaren for the first half of the season. This is how our season panned out. Last race first, Brazil was second, Mexico was first, Austin was second, Japan was fourth. That probably hurt us right there. We should have got a third or a second there. Sochi, Russia first. So we got a lot of good stuff going on. Monte Carlo, Monaco had a horrible race. I remember that race too. That was a horrible race. 16th. Another street circuit at Azerbaijan, Baku, horrible race. Let's see, Australian Grand Prix, I believe we did not finish that. That was a 15th. So if we had gotten good positions there, we would have probably won the championship in the end. So next time we know to make sure we pay more attention in the beginning of the season. All right, let's see. We got a message from Carl. You met our expectation this weekend, so good work. We'll be heading into the break on a high. Rest up and enjoy yourself, but don't neglect your fitness program. I want us to hit the ground running next season, and the preparation for the starts now. I wonder if you get to do off-season testing. That's be pretty interesting if they let you do that. Let's see. I'm just curious because I want to kind of make some differences once we get into F1 2019. All right, so next season, season 1 results. Yeah, we know how that turned out. We continue. And all right, so now it sends us to the Australian weekend, I guess. Which is a really fun track. Mercedes.
Welcome back. It's going to be one heck of a season, I think. To be honest, I don't think we've done the best job maintaining our performance through this regulation change. Though we're going to be playing a bit of catch-up this year. We're counting on you, but you've got the whole team behind you.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to race Mercedes. Oh, Hamilton's on the other side of the... What's up, Hamilton? I see you, bro. What up, Hamilton? We teammates now.
Welcome back. I hope you kept yourself fighting fit. We've got another tough season ahead of us.
Okay, so no off-season testing. Like, you don't get to do like the preseason testing they do in real life. Which I think that would be really cool to add into the off-season. Because right now it sends us straight back to Melbourne for the next Grand Prix for practice. And it's kind of like you never really finish your season. So it'd be really nice to have some more off-season things to do to kind of give you that feeling of accomplishment, a nice break before the next season if you're doing multiple seasons. So we got some new people. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team between yourself and Lewis. I'm sure we can have a fantastic season. My door is always open if you need anything. Contract summary, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we don't care. Goals update, don't care. Car weekend, preview, don't care. Development complete, don't care. Weather forecast, don't care. Cool. All right, then. I kind of, I don't hate Lewis. I just hate that he wins all the time. But me being on his team means that I can beat him and keep him from winning all the time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just for the fun of it, I want to hop into practice 1 and just hear what the engine sounds like. That's all I want to do. Actually, I need to switch my wheel back on. Close your ears. Okay, I'm back. Curiosity for the win. I know.
What is sure to be an interesting practice session here in Melbourne. It's not
I just want to see myself in the Mercedes uniform.
We'll have some cars appearing out on the track.
That's it. It's a special race.
Is here as usual to help take us through the action. And
Hamilton's going to hate me.
On social media and other places about this current crop of F1 cars and why they're so much faster now, despite being significantly heavier than the previous generations of machines.
I skipped that. That's all outdated information.
Carl probably mentioned the new parts that have come in from the factory. Well, they're all fitted and good to go.
And the Mercedes cockpit. All right, we're going to do a drive out.
Okay, the track is green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature. Try and feel your way around.
It would be also interesting if, I mean, it's kind of hard to predict this, but if they could have like driver changes, like different type of stuff happen between seasons. Kind of like if you're playing like a Madden or NFL, 2K, you know, like NBA 2K, like whenever you do between seasons, like stuff actually happens. Like the next season is always different. There's trades. Listen to it. it sounds so good. It's German engineering right there. This is my first track here, like, in a year, so my first lap, I should say. You dare me to pick Williams in 2019. Ooh, overdrove the heck out of that. Alright, well, one thing we did not get to do in that last season that I wish they would have let you do is this right here. Oh, not that. Is this right here. Donuts, baby. I know we didn't win, so technically we don't deserve to do donuts, but we did win the race. And where I come from in the United States, when you win a race, you do donuts. So, celebrating, guys. Thank you so much for racing with me, chilling with me, hanging with me this season. I look forward to seeing you guys in the 2019 season. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about the game. Yeah. I keep hitting the wrong button. So it's having some fun. Oh, disqualified seems legit. How do I change the view? Not that one, not that one, not that one. I think it's this one. Alright, good. Oh well. Alright, well guys, that'll be it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you got, what you ain't got, remember you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. See you guys next time, next video. Shout out to Baseball Inferno, Raven, Flying Dutchman, Walking Fruit, all the moderators. Who else we have in here currently? Mr. A lot of you guys, a lot of you same people are talking, so I can't see. Baseball, I think I already said your name actually. And yeah, all you guys who are watching right now, thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and God bless you. See you guys next time, next video. Peace.